What's up? It's, I suppose, what is it? It's the 10th, right? I suppose it's not early September, but it's before halfway through September. But anyway, not that that matters. I'm gonna probably change the title a little bit later because I do have some buzzwords that are in my head. I just didn't know how to put them together into a title. So first thing off the top of my head is very interesting thing I've seen pop up, right? Very funny how these things happen. So I got a notification, I think it was on YouTube. Yeah, it was YouTube. And Jason Brashears is going to have a conversation with the Greek. The Greek. I don't think anybody knows who the Greek is unless you were listening to Revolution Radio when I was there. And I have been on roundtables with that guy. I think at the time, I thought he was wrong about a number of things, but I thought he was right about a number of very brilliant things that counted. Kept an open mind about it. We had lots of talks. And then eventually, like, I kind of stopped just because it was very early on. I was starting to feel my limitations. And what's up, Theo? Yeah, I know. These are old sunglasses that I found while I was cleaning my my house yesterday. I found a couple of awesome old things I hadn't seen in a while, so I'm really glad I went through the cleaning process. Anywho, so I gotta see where exactly this guy's at right now. I listened to one of his latest episodes. He's having a conversation with the guy. It seems to be like a depth of geopolitical reality kind of conversation, right? And I have known him to be about that for a while. See, what I thought was interesting about the Greek was one of the big talks we had that I remembered after I hadn't seen him in a long time, and events were emerging with the Islamic Caliphate situation. The Islamic Caliphate mirrored a prediction that was taking some time for me to see in my head in either a good or a bad pretense of a, quote, unified Islamic world, right? And so these guys with their whole caliphate ideology, and with the region that it was encompassing compared to the times that I and the Greek had conversations on private Revolution Radio, everything made sense, right? And the Greek is a guy, like he always talked about things like I'm going to tell you these things now, but you're not going to accept them. They're not for, they're really for later, but now is a good time because you'll hear them. This kind of thing, right? And so he was definitely right about a number of things that I can remember off the top of my fucking head, just having looked at this dawn. So it's just interesting observing how this world is moving in that respect. How everything is shifting, ebbing, and flowing, right? despite how I feel about Jason Bashir's character, his work is exceptional, right? I mean, at the very least, to have the conversation about the facts, about the data points, is fine. But I think also, and so it's a question of what kind of conversation the Greek wants to have, right? You know, because I'm tight with James, and so, like, I do what I do. I talk to my diverse array of people, and I'd rather have the quality fucking conversation than people that would not be my friend for having that conversation, right? So it's a sacrifice of social credit score, and there's always a gem hidden in there, right? You have to have that strength to not worry about your fucking associations. I mean, especially if it's not, like, bad for fucking business. The only reason why pursuing that subject matter vis-a-vis a conversation with a guy like James True is that you're afraid of somebody fucking taking a stress test to your pedestal. It's just it's a stress test. It's just like, you know, it's just like you're very proud of this pedestal, right? It's got lots of interesting things on top of it. How much of that shit needs a pedestal? How much of that would stand if the pedestal is knocked over? Can the pedestal be knocked over? Maybe the pedestal couldn't have been knocked over. What is the fundamental missing link? Maybe there isn't one. The debate would bring that out. That whole thing throws shade on the situation, right? I mean, despite that, there's so much to pursue that has been found through the Archaics research. But you gotta be cool when it comes to fucking you as a vernacular entity, right? Just like, don't just start fucking running around on people and fucking throwing your 138s everywhere, right? Because also, you can get lost in the fucking data points. Just meandering at the wonder of the fucking structure of the thing. Which is my point about the inversions in Kabbalism that I don't apologize for saying, because I'm not making that a reflection on Jewish culture and tradition. But the only thing people really care about in the conversation about magic is, are you trying to insult the tradition you're talking about? It's just like, no, we're not talking about the tradition. And I'm not trying to fucking be mean Mr. Mustache when I mention Jews in context of a conversation. Because in context, I'm not doing what people think was the thing of the fucking issue in Mein Kampf. I wouldn't even begin to comment on that. And they charge you a lot of money to get your hands on a copy, an English copy of Mein Kampf. A lot of fucking money. Which doesn't make any sense. Because you can just get your digital pamphlet circulation, and it's a full quality, you know? But anyway. I've reached the point now where I need my GPS to navigate the downtown area, So I am going to catch you guys in a little while. And despite who Jason Breshears is, because of the Greek, definitely going to listen to that. And I've also reached out to the Greek to say hello, and merely to say hello, and see what kind of conversation emerges, if any. Who knows? And the odds that he has tracked me at all is, I wouldn't say it's zero if he still believes some of the things I heard him say about me as a person. But none of that matters if you've, in your independent mind, gone in such an independent direction that they can't relate to it. Then it'll almost come off as being of useless service, if you will. Here I am, of service without a client. Yeah, there, it's that. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.